Hello, welcome back to Serious About Rugby League. Today we're going to have a little talk about the next England coach. Someone for the future, really. I think Wayne Bennett's contract is up next year, but we're fairly certain he will lead England into the World Cup. He's leading the Great Britain squad. After that, where would you think England would be looking, Ethan?
I think they need to be looking at someone homegrown, so someone from these shores. Obviously, Wayne Bennett has done a brilliant job for England, guiding, as you said, to a World Cup final, an ankle tap away from being world champions for the first time as England, obviously winning it as Great Britain back in the 60s. But I think we need to look at someone from these shores, maybe Paul Anderson perhaps from used to be at Huddersfield but now England Knights coach alongside James Ford of York. But I think we need to look at someone with past experiences in the game on these shores.
That's important with Paul Anderson. We talked about Paul Anderson today. He's obviously worked with the players in the night squad. Do you think that's important to make that transition, Trev?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a big supporter of Paul Anderson. I liked when he was coaching at Huddersfield, and what he's done now, working with the RFL and being with the England Knights or the English Knight team, and bringing the players through the development. So these younger players that will eventually be in the top team, they've worked with him in the Knights. So why not bring him through? And obviously Wayne Bennett sees him probably as a future, because if Wayne Bennett didn't see him as a future, he wouldn't be coaching the Knights.
There's no better to be groomed than Wayne Bennett, really. That's
right. But like another person I wouldn't mind seeing coach England would be Sean Wayne. I know many people had their doubts over him when he was coaching at Wigan, but the thing is though, you want someone who's going to have. The one thing I like about Sean Wayne, he coached the way he played.
Yeah.
And you look at in the game, the best coaches in the game, your Craig Bellamy's, they coached the way they played. May not been the best players, but they were good, attitude, hungry, and that's what you want. And Sean Wayne, he's a good motivator to get the best out. He's probably not as cool when it comes to all of a technical side, but he's good at getting into his players' minds.
You can get that people in place, or can't
That's
you?
right.
Man management, stuff like that.
Man management. And Paul Anderson, he's pretty cool with technical, but he's another person who can get into the players' minds. So either one of them two I'd be happy with.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, the Wigan players have run through a bit of wall for Sean Wayne. What about Sean Wayne for yourself? He's not in the game at the moment, but would you have a problem with that? Someone coming back from outside the rugby league to take the England job?
No, I wouldn't have a problem. I think he's just very experienced, as we've said. He's in man management, and I think he's got that experience to lead England forward. And I think his style of play that he likes to play, he likes to bring youngsters in. I think that's what England need going forward, and to just develop them players. Maybe now that we've got the night system back, I think that's a good way of making them step up. People can make the step down to nights, go up again, kind of.
Yeah, you've kind of answered my next question. I was going to suggest, obviously Wayne Bennett's from Australia. Yeah, it sounds like you'd rather have somebody who want an English coach. And also, obviously, this isn't Wayne Bennett's only job. He's the coach of the South, and coach of the Broncos when he first got the England job. Do you think is that okay with you, or do you think the England coach should be full time?
I think it should be full time, or someone who's, say, managing at, say, Championship level, or a lower tier Super League side, like, no offence, Huddersfield or your Hull KR, someone like that.
What about you, Trav? I think you've been quite strong on this. Do you think they think obviously the Australians have a coach? Do you think the England coach should be a full time job, or would we be happy to see?
I think it should be a full time job. As I say, it gives him enough time to get around and work with the different clubs within the system. Because obviously, just say for example, if Wayne Bennett wanted to get like a Johnny Lomax playing at for Great Britain or England in this case, okay, well, I can go around to that club and say, well, this is what I need him to be working on. Can you make sure that we're doing that? But the thing is, if I'm coaching England, but I'm also coaching another one of the opponent sides, I'm not going to go up and say that, because they're not going to listen to me, are they? So you take away that bias.
Yeah, well, that's definitely there. So, like, some young up-and-coming managers, some like Ian Watson, any others you like to add? Do you think members do a job in England?
I think James Ford's really good option as well.
York,
he's done really well these past 2 seasons. He's brought a lot of players in. Took York from near liquidation to competing for the Championship playoffs, and I think they've brought in Washbrook, Clarkson and James Green next season. I think they're 3 players who will bring experience to that night side next season, and I think he'll fit into the England system. I think at the moment though, I think he's too young.
Yeah. Okay.
We need someone with more experience, but one for the future is certainly James Ford.
What about
just like on that, like I know you said he's young, and what he's done with Yorkshire Knights is good. But while we're looking at trying to develop players, why aren't we trying to help develop the coaches as well?
Yeah.
So obviously, use the English Knights as well to bring in the young coaches who we can see as potential coaches of the top team later on down the track, and bring them through as well. So it's not just about the players; it's also about the coaching and the staff.
What about the guy, man at your club, Darryl Powell? Do you think he'd make a successful England club?
Yeah, I think he would. I know he's said before that he doesn't want it at this moment because he's wants to focus on club level, but I think he'd be a good suit for it. Another mention as well that I'd like to see, it's potentially one, Dennis Betts. I think he's been at the Knights before. I think
he's been in the
assistant there. He knows the England setup, but because
do you think that's more important than maybe being successful at Super League level? You think?
Yeah,
I think he'd be part.
I think he'd suit that job.
Yeah.
I think
Darryl Powell's for you. I think Darryl Powell would be.
Yeah, Darryl Powell's good. Like I do like him what he's done over with Cass. Like I think he's done a great job, and that. But as I said, like he could step up and do the English job. But like Ethan said, and then Darryl said before, he's not ready to take it on because he wants to stay in clubland. So it just shows that he's waiting for it to become full time, where he can just move away from.
Yeah, I would suggest Darryl Powell maybe would take it part time as opposed to leaving his club job. But yeah, and like I said, obviously we've got Wayne Bennett from Australia. Are there any names over there? Anything that could possibly take into account? And as we said here, we'd rather see somebody English, but we've not got that now. Anyone over there who maybe you think would be a fit for England?
A good fit for England, and they probably when it comes to coaching, he's probably like a Trent Robinson, because obviously I know he coached Catalan and that, so he understands the English game. So he'll probably be a good fit if they were looking down that way, if they were looking from a coach from overseas.
I suppose that'd be a bit of a compromise. At least we'd have an Australian coach that's been in the Super League as opposed to just parachuting somebody over. Yes. Well, like I said, it's a nice little discussion. That you heard what the lads think. Love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, like and subscribe and leave us your comments. Thanks very much. See you again.